And welcome to our weekly Icarus patch notes. I'm here with Karel and Echo, so I'm quickly hopping over to Discord. Hiya, folks. How are you all doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you doing, Carl?
Doing good. And how about you, Cornelia? Enjoying your holiday?
Enjoying it a lot.
Good, good.
Yeah,
Good. And yet you're still here doing the patch notes.
I know, right?
Dedication.
Exactly. And we promised we would do the patch notes, so I'm doing the patch notes even when on vacation. So,
Yeah.
see how. Um, how's the audio on stream?
Well, you'll have to give me a minute because I'm going to be hearing double. So just bear with me.
Yep.
Yep, audio good.
Good, good, good. Right. So, this week 194. 6 more weeks till the big 200. This week, we get composite signs. They look fancy, by the way. So
They
we get,
do.
yeah, we get some new shiny composite signs for labeling your base.
Labeling.
Here it says labeling. It's double L.
Labeling.
Okay, okay. Sure. Let's just say it's my laptop, yeah? Right. So, we added a bunch of new composite signs for you to craft and adorn your base with. So, welcome to week 194. This week brings a new set of shiny composite signs, craftable at tier 4, which expands our catalog of ways to organize and label your base. We've also got some bug fixes to splines, power and water network, which, thanks to user reports, we were able to track down and eliminate some common long-standing issues. I really hope they, I mean, let's put it this way. I've encountered numerous bugs and glitches with power and water networks. I hear quite a few people complain about it as well, so I'm very happy they're working on those now.
Yeah.
We also briefly mentioned some more improvements to splines coming next week. So let's jump in and let's have a read, shall we? First couple of notable improvements. Uh, Fix an issue in which you could gain a permanent wet or slow debuff when logging off while standing in water. I have not tried this myself, but I have seen like before my vacation, I've seen how this could happen. Like if you are standing in water, and then you get like you're a bit slower debuff. I'm not talking about swamp water specifically, but like in a river as well, where you're slower when you walk through the water. And if you were logging off while standing in the water and you logged back in, that debuff was permanent. I'm
Yeah,
right.
that's not good.
No, especially if the game crashes whilst you're in a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very happy they fixed this issue. Um, Fix some world boss respawn timers showing negative values on open world prospects. Like if you have the Norex update in your contact device, it shows you the remaining time until world boss spawns back in. Um, like last week, they fixed it so it displays the remaining time instead of the time after you killed one. But apparently, the numbers could go negative in some instances. They have fixed this as well.
Good.
Spline and network information is now displayed on the escape menu, where you can see like the building pieces, deployables, the mounts. It's now apparently also displaying spline and network information, which is good. So you can like compare your open world with other open worlds. Because if you have a massive power and water network, it will slow down your prospect. So you can compare it to a faster prospect, trying to figure out like what is causing this. Lots of mounts together, or very big buildings, or very large power networks, etc. And they also fixed the cat trophies, displaying the incorrect cat color when placed. Now, cats, there are like 2 or 3 different color cats. You might need the creature comfort spec though for the cats.
Mm-hmm.
But you have like 3 different colors cats, and apparently, if you placed if you like kill a cat, or the let's put it in a friendlier way. If a cat met an unfortunate end, and you skin it with a taxidermy knife, you get a vestige, you make the trophy. Trophy was not displaying the correct color. So I'm glad they fixed that.
Yeah, so you get a white cat vestige, and it displays a black one.
For example, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they fixed that.
Yep.
We have we have a picture here with the new signs. Composite floor sign, the wall sign, a tall angled one. That is, I mean, the stone bricks and the clay bricks kind of have the same, with the angled text part
Mm-hmm.
and the small angled one. But I must say, they do look nice.
They do look good, don't they?
Yeah. And as you can see, it's like a white background with black text. So no idea whether or not you can put icons on.
or
Something I'll
change the
have
background.
to test when I'm back. You said, Carl?
I said it would be interesting if you could actually change the background color for the white part. So you would actually have a double color palette, one for the background color and one for the text. So you can make it a black background with a white text and an orange background with a green text, or whatever type of combination. That would be nice. It's not that much extra coding to incorporate that. And looking at the picture, it has like an orange border with like a rivet system, so it looks like it's supposed to be some sort of digital sign. So one
Yeah.
would imagine it should be customizable to a certain level.
Yeah. Feel free to hop in the game and test it out. I can't until I'm back. But
Yeah, again, I'd rather not use the icons because they're not necessarily easy to decipher.
well, I do wonder how they are gonna look on these signs. So I'll definitely hop into one of the open worlds and start replacing some signs with the new composite ones. But yeah, composite signs, talking about them. This week we are launching a sleek new set of composite signs, designed exclusively on the Fabricator, Tier 4, for you to elevate your labeling game. Crafted from a blend of composites, aluminum, and epoxy, these 4 additions bring a modern, high-tech aesthetic to the timeless need of identifying and organizing your gear. They definitely do look different, so you will find these composite signs conveniently placed within your territory at Tier 4. Now unlocked at level 30, on a path toward advanced manufacturing and automation. With electricity, hydroponics, and high-tier tools already in play at this stage, designs seamlessly complement your growing arsenal of smart solutions. Now, are you ready to show off your designs? We'd love to see how you incorporate the high-tech labels into your builds. Share your creations in the community Discord and inspire others with your innovation and flair. Now, I'm gonna have to have a look like what kind of furniture will go best with these. Like, I don't think they would go good with wooden furniture.
Or Art Deco.
I'm thinking Art Deco actually. I don't know.
I don't think so.
It's got an orange side to it, so it's gonna be an odd one to make fit, to be honest. But you know, it will fit in with just a generalized storage room where you've got some, you know, containers and chests and stuff like that. So it's pretty much a metallic background and then this carbon fiber based aesthetic with an orange shine to sort of highlight that it's there to make it easier or quicker to like lock onto. But
I'm
it's
actually thinking that they might look best with refined wood because refined wood kind of has that yellowy, kind of
It is,
almost orange look to it.
yeah, but it's darker in color, darker brown. But I do know what you mean, and I was thinking about the same actually as well. But we'll see. Just have to. I think it's easiest to test in the multiplayer Prometheus open world. For I have different rooms with different furniture styles there. But we'll see.
Yeah.
And this week, spline and network fixes. A reproducible bug was recently identified that caused spline networks to break, particularly affecting large, complex setups.
Like Carnets.
Mine isn't that complex, usually.
No, but it's
Sometimes.
large.
Okay, but
I mean, who on earth do we know that would possibly consider running a power network halfway across the map?
I'm not the only one.
Let me think. Hmm.
I've seen other people do it, or at least have seen them talk about having done it. Like, for example, bases in the null sector, where they brought a water network all the way from the nearest water source in the volcanic biome, which is like half a biome away.
Yeah, that's pretty extreme.
Exactly. And sure, I have open worlds where I have like one central power system powering all my drills uh, all around my base. So one power network spanning several kilometers, but not that excessive. Okay, I mean, I might have like 50 batteries or something, but that's just because if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, those spline networks breaking. Now, previously, users often deleted all splines as a last resort workaround. However, the issue turned out to be far more specific and much easier to resolve. Now, the first problem occurred when splitting a spline. So, although both visual endpoints were recreated correctly, one of the underlying data connections failed to reinstantiate. So, yes, you had an endpoint, but there was basically nothing behind the endpoint.
Mm.
This disconnect caused the network to break unexpectedly. We have since updated the logic to ensure that all data connections are preserved when a spline is split, restoring functionality as intended. Now, a second related issue was that endpoint nodes did not reposition correctly after splitting, leading to misaligned visuals and confusion about the spline's behavior. We addressed this by refining the node placement logic so that post-split, the visual endpoints and underlying data stay perfectly aligned, ensuring both clarity and consistency in the spline network. Now, I'm not sure where the if the disappearing end node is one of these two problems. I have to say though, like the first one here, the visual endpoints were recreated properly, but one of the underlying data connections failed to re-instantiate. I think I have seen the opposite happening. Like the visual endpoint is gone, so there's no puck, no node, but
Mm-hmm.
you could connect a cable to it, power cable or water line. So I've had it in my Olympus, yeah, in my Olympus solo open world, my latest one, where I was working on the water network, and indeed one of those nodes disappeared. However, I was able to connect a new water line to the old, no longer visible node. So it looks like the underlying data connection was still there, but the visual endpoint wasn't. So I'm not sure which of those two is the problem I'm describing, and which I have seen a lot of people complain about, is one of those two. I don't know. We'll see. Now, we will continue to fix issues and bugs with this system as we identify them, so please continue to report bugs as they help us track these things down. Future upvote, or maybe the Discord, the help channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, do report the problems, because if you don't report them, devs don't know about them, so nothing is going to happen.
Yeah, they can't fix what they don't know about.
Exactly. So, this week, actually next week, more spline improvements. And next week we are continuing our improvements to splines and network, specifically with the addition of a long requested feature to do with placement. Check out next week's patch for more details. I have no idea what feature they are talking about actually. I wouldn't mind that if you want to put down a very long line, it would automatically place the nodes at every section length. But I'm not sure that one's going to be there. Or maybe it's the annoying making bends, like getting around a corner. If you just continue clicking your water line or your power line, you go around the corner. Then it gets this weird bend in it, and it's ugly. That's why you see me always like start a new section connected to the previous one. start a new section connected to the previous one. That way I always have straight lines.
Yeah.
It's a bit more work, but it does look a lot better. So maybe that is gonna be worked on next week. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to wait for next week's patch notes to see what this long requested feature is gonna be.
Okie dokie.
So, your support makes these updates possible. So, if you want to support the team, consider getting some of the DLCs. For example, the Pets bundle, where the Pet Companions pack is actually giving you, like, you see, dogs and cats. You see a black cat and a grey cat already. They now give the trophies now have the correct color. Just saying. There's the creature comforts pack, more saddles, additional food and water troughs, etc. Just fun. Or the zebra rescue mission, and the zebra rescue mission. The only way to get zebras is tames. And don't worry, you can send them up to space and call them down in another prospect. So if you want a zebra in your prospect, get this pets bundle, play the mission on Olympus, and get yourself some zebras. They're fun. Or you can go for like the completed set, which is basically gonna say, okay, I'm gonna have a look what you already have, and everything you don't have yet, I'm gonna add. This does include the New Frontiers, i.e. Prometheus map, Styx, I reckon Great Hunt DLC as well nowadays, but also the outposts, which are basically smaller maps, resource respawn, less severe weather, the predators, less high level predators. So basically, Icarus Light, for if you want to do some relaxed building and stuff. The interior decorations pack is in there. By the way, these lamps you can see, very nice lamps. Set to forget, no fuel, no power needed. Just saying. Right. Changelog. New content, composite signs. Period. Couple of fixes. Let's have a quick look going through them. Flip the requirements to unlock wood wall, the fortification, wooden fortification, and the wooden gate fortifications on the Tech tree, as they were backwards. So you first had to unlock the gate before you could unlock the wall. Doesn't really make sense. So they flipped them around. Fixing the orange and black cat trophy setups being incorrect. So basically you want to, your orange cat died, you get a black trophy. Your black cat died, you get an orange trophy, etc. You know, they fixed that. Talked about it.
Yep.
Fix issue, player could let a permanent wet slow debuff. Talked about that one. This one here, fix an issue where some hostile creatures were not attempting to break through buildings to get to their targets. I've seen it indeed, and then they're basically standing in front of the wall, not attacking the wall. So they fixed that. So now they will chew through the wall again in order to get to your tames or to you. So make sure you keep your tames safe. See, the world boss respawn timers show negative values we talked about. Fix issue where spline could previously be connected but lose logical connection. We talked about that one. Fix several cases where spline nodes would inappropriately stay at 0 by 0. Which reminds me, maybe all the disappearing nodes all go to like the center of the map, 0, 0, 0. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, the spline fixes, only newly placed splines will benefit from these fixes. So one more time you'll have to like redo all your power and water networks.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yep, especially for the big builds. And,
Or here's another tip: re-roll your entire game. The whole world just started fresh again. If it's 20 years old and it's been kicking around from the prehistoric era, then time to start fresh. I'm just saying.
Definitely start a new open world quite regularly.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Anyway, let's have a quick look at future content.
Yes,
Hazmat suit.
indeed.
We talked
Indeed.
about this one
Textures,
last week, 2
materials,
weeks ago.
meshes. Yeah, we did. Yeah. So
So
indeed, seems like
we
they're
are
still working
indeed
on
going to
that.
get a hazmat suit.
Mhm.
Um,
Sulfur worm is being mentioned again, so
yeah.
skeletal meshes for it as well.
Updated the club tail variation to use the cave rig instead of the scorpion tail.
Interesting. So it's almost like a not a stegosaurus, which has a club at the end of its tail, perhaps of some sort that it'll use as a weapon. Might be interesting.
I don't know.
Like you're distracted by the head trying to spit poison
Yeah.
at you, and then something whacks you over the back of the head. It's like, oh,
Yep.
what happened?
Exactly.
We're
Cobalt
get
breakable, I think, is the
Yep.
it's going to be like the obsidian and scoria
Yes.
and play.
That's what you thought. I agree. That makes sense. But obviously, like you mentioned, uranium is going to be drillable like purple exotics, which also makes
Uranium,
sense.
yes.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of
Truffle
new
recipes, garlic,
recipes.
pickled pear, all the things as expected. They've been working on that, so that makes sense.
Uh,
They're not saying what specifically is contained in the recipe, but obviously we'll see that later down the line, I presume.
there's like the main ingredient you
Yeah,
can kinda
truffle, garlic,
guess.
onions. Yeah, yes, agreed.
I wonder if we have to use the boars to find the truffles.
Would be interesting.
That would be interesting, yeah. Or even the dogs, because dogs can be trained to sniff out truffles. Certain breeds, obviously, but in this case we only have one or two
Yeah, but
actually.
pigs are
Yeah,
notorious
no,
for
of course.
finding truffles, so that makes total
Yes,
sense.
people technically train pigs specifically for it. Yes, that is more correct. Yes. So and they're good at it because that's how else do you
Because
get empirical good quality blue hoofed ham from the mountain ranges where pigs have been gorging themselves on nuts and truffles, some of the best quality you know meat out there. So yes, indeed.
Silverworm pincer tail.
That's the other variant that I mentioned. That the one was a club variant. The other one
Yeah,
is obviously now like a pincer variant. So interesting.
gonna be interesting. So meta uranium. Meta usually is for like space station stuff, the meta items.
Mm-hmm.
Uranium is it is going to be like something we have to send up like exotics as well, or meta
Yeah,
uranium?
could be.
I don't know.
Mm.
Interesting nail gun recipe.
Yep.
That's also interesting. Nail gun. I mean, it's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I don't see the purpose of having a nail gun, but
I don't
it's
know.
interesting.
Maybe for some new building materials.
Could be. I don't know.
Added uranium
Yeah, but
is yeah.
Chainsaw.
sorry, you would have thought that a nail gun would have been used for wooden materials.
It would, but I'm trying to
Yes.
think if you have currently the crafting hammer, right? Which
Repair
is
hammer.
just like, yes, I hit things and it repairs things, and a building things is just put down items, unless they basically, because some games cause you to need to kind of build stuff, like you have the materials in your inventory, you put down a blueprint, and then you start building on it. So I don't think anything like that's going to change. So unless it's purely a weapon, where it's like a nail gun, because nail guns shoot nails, so pew pew. But if it's actually going
After
to be
you
more like
remove
a
the
crafting
safety.
item, I don't see where it would come in. It's exactly like we are mentioning.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make much sense. But it'll be interesting to see, how they try to, make use of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
adding uranium as a spawn option for meta deposits. So I think, reading this, uranium is going to be similar to the purple exotics deposits. So not the nodes in caves as such, but more like the ones you have to put the drill on.
Or
interesting.
maybe even like the red ones.
In a tree? Don't think so.
There could be a new variant of it. Could
Ah,
also be the
true,
case,
true.
but it doesn't matter. Yeah, but I mean, it's basically put thing down, it goes burr, and you get materials. Just avoid the radiation. Is the type of stuff that we mentioned.
Yeah.
So, and I see that they
Chainsaw
implemented
indeed,
first
like,
chainsaw. Yeah, no,
yeah. We
it's
are
like
still running around with axes. We're like sending pots up to space, but we still cut down trees with an axe.
fair point. Yes, that is a very very astute observation. However, the fact is that if you take one or two swings at a tree and it just goes poof, and then you take one hit or two hits, or if you have, your quick swinging speed. So having you chop down a tree can be pretty quick,
Oh, yeah.
and having a chainsaw do it is going to be just pretty quick but just more noisy. So unless they're going to change the mechanics of how trees are actually chopped down, that would be fun. Like most survival or some survival games actually have it that the tree would, like if you think back, cutting down a tree at the moment it feels a certain way. It feels to me that the tree is weightless. It just sort of pops down and then falls
Huh.
over. It doesn't really
It's
have
definitely not weightless.
the.
If it falls on
I
your
know it.
head, you'll have a concussion.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that then. Don't worry about it. Yeah, carry on.
So yeah. Okay, let's see. Retargeted the bear attack animations to the orca rig. Uh, Definitely sounds like a land animal, orca, if it gets a bear attack animation.
True,
Uh, Elysium, test placement of uranium and oil nodes in the desert and the northwest volcanic. Uranium and oil in desert and volcanic. Uranium in
Hmm.
volcanic and oil in the desert?
Oil comes from deserts easily, quite often. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. So,
and I see that they're working on a bull trophy. Bull trophy indicates bulls. Bulls indicate, the thing that we mentioned or that was mentioned ages ago about
oh,
like
let me see
farming
if
with
I can.
cattle and those types of things.
Let's see if I can see the.
Bullet was just a little bit further down. But it's basically, yes, an icon for a bull trophy indicates that there should be a bull, and hopefully you'll be able to breed cattle for meat, which would also make sense because ground beef plus onions plus garlic plus some pasta equals bolognese and stuff like that. So tomatoes, we have tomatoes obviously as well. Garlic shouldn't go into bolognese, but no Italians are hopefully listening to my sacrilege. But yes,
Yeah,
that's
bulls indeed. I know they are working on the whole husbandry thing.
yeah,
So we can like propagate cows, chicken,
steak.
sheep,
Yeah.
so we can properly kill them or cull them. Let's put it
And
that
harvest the
way.
wool for the spindles to make thread and do all the things that were also
You can
mentioned previously in previous patch notes.
you can already shear the sheep,
True.
but like all the chicken recipes, for example, currently you have to buy a chicken from the workshop,
Mm, the beef
then
one, yes.
then kill it, and then you have like one piece of chicken meat. Then it's going to be expensive.
Can you even cook it at the moment into
Yes,
a
yes,
recipe?
yes.
So I
You
don't
can.
think they have it.
Yeah.
You can? Wow, that's very freaking
There is
that's yeah.
chicken meat and
Yeah, that
recipes
is
for
the item.
fish.
Yes.
Yeah,
But what you have, you don't have chicken a la king. You just have, grilled chicken or no grilled chicken. You can't grill chicken. Can you grill chicken?
of course
And
you can.
I saw the meat somewhere in the freezer, so we definitely have some in the the one world we have. But
Yeah,
regardless,
as soon as they introduce husbandry proper,
yeah,
we can then start
perfect.
propagating our chickens.
Yep.
Chicken, a rooster, eggs, little chicks. Yeah.
Carbonara. Yes, lovely things.
Added ability for the Tesla tower to damage creatures in its path. Creatures plural. And ignores anything behind obstructions, as it should.
Hmm.
Going to be a very nice
Mm-hmm.
base defense, I'd say. I wonder how much power they're going to use though. And will they
Probably
use
quite a bit.
power per shot, or is it a constant power drain, constant linear power drain?
I would imagine it's going to be a constant because obviously they're bringing in nuclear reactors, right? So
Yeah.
they're doing like a very large power grid hungry thing, and that's why they're
Yeah.
adding in
But
Well,
uranium or all those types of
the
things. So
the original idea for a Tesla coil was to create its own energy. So to actually take energy from nothing.
energy has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean the original idea for it was you stick a Tesla coil in the air and it takes the power from there.
yes. So, but I mean, yet again, we were still speculating whether or not it will be used as an offensive item, as a defensive item, or as wireless transmitting of power, removing the puck electronic system altogether. So
Yep.
energy will just magically sort of go to the
Flow.
places it needs to, yeah, just float on towards the thing that needs it. So it might be because, certain games, yet again, to just take it back to like Fallout, you would take a point, you would do cabling up into a certain connector point, like a coupler, and then from there, you don't actually need to physically couple it to light bulbs or fans or anything. It would just create like a sphere. And in that area, if you put an electronic device, it would actually be powered by the system. You would just
Yeah.
need to lie the cables, obviously, because it's easier to, get it to a certain point. But then it makes sense because then you don't really need to finesse about all the minor couplings and all that kind of nonsense. You could just be like, okay, well, big energy couple goes there and couple goes energy to this area, and that good, yes, done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Tesla is going to damage creatures in its path.
yeah, so that sounds more of a defensive coiling kind of thing. So you could imagine it more like, oh, you put a thing Tesla coil over here, you put another one over there. It creates like an arcing beam of electricity between 2 points as another static defense of some sort, acting like a bramble kind of thing. Might be possible, might be impossible. Might do a lot of damage, might do a little bit, might shock, might stun, might slow. Who knows? But sounds
Powerful
Might just
sign.
fry on the spot.
But also,
It might explode and then just who knows. So yeah,
Yeah. Then all
auto
you've
cook
got
the
to do
food.
is go around and pick up some cooked meat.
Yeah.
yes, exactly. Map
Okay.
changes, banana bread item and modifier, so that's definitely
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Flamethrower
Finally,
turret icon.
yeah, I saw this one as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
banana bread.
that's
Finally, a proper recipe for banana.
yes.
Flamethrower
And
turret. Yep.
turret. Yeah, that also makes sense because yeah, you would just add it with like biofuel and then it would just spit flames out and then burn half your house down, plus the forest next to your house, plus anything that thought about moving, so you'd have deer or whatever. Now yet again, if
Yeah.
something is aggressing your base, it'll focus on aggressing your base. I would have hoped that if you set a wolf on fire, it would be like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go bolting into that direction for my life because certain
Yeah.
animals have certain natural instincts aren't to just anyway.
You just use it
Yeah.
in the desert and in the volcanic.
Yeah. I highlighted exactly the same bullet point because I thought the end half of that was funny.
The middle part.
Turn off collision, turn off collision on the flamethrower turret muzzle only, so wolves, etc., Don't go for a ride.
Must be my laptop again. I thought it was waffles. Waffles don't go for a ride.
Okay.
But yeah, you need don't go for a ride. Like, okay. So what? They jump on top of it and then they basically like, hey, like a cat on the robot vacuum cleaner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
thought that was funny.
yep.
Yeah. And they
So
added a
Uh,
stomper and a stomper matriarch art
yeah,
assets. Now that's interesting because it's just art, but stomper could be obviously some sort of, and especially because it says stomper matriarch, that
are we
sounds like some sort
finally
of
gonna get
feature.
our giant rabbit?
It could be. Oh, no, I wouldn't say it could be like a giant rabbit. It might. It could. No.
But these are gonna
Stomper.
be animals, yeah.
Yeah, I know it would be, but it could be. When I see matriarch, I immediately think yet again back to Fallout. We have got death claws and death claw matriarchs, and then those things are basically big lizard reptile things of claws the size of tables. So yeah, things that you don't want to be messing with. So yeah, but it's just in the art asset though. So it's just like a little sneak preview, like a little taster somewhere, like we saw on that one. We saw on the one picture thingy that we saw one of the
On the
magazines or
laptop,
one of the arch thingies that we put down in the base, that there was some
one
sort of
one of the
creature that we
laptops
couldn't
actually.
recognize because what's that thing? It's like it's a
Yeah.
thing, but I don't know what it is. So we know this one and we know this one.
Yeah.
So what's
Uh,
that?
it
So
was
you know,
it
so
was on one of the laptop screens, Karel.
it was one of those things. Yeah, it was like in the middle. It was somewhere, but
Yeah,
like I said, you know what I mean. So it's
yeah,
little Easter eggs here and there. I like that they do that, and it's
yeah,
definitely they should keep on doing it. So
definitely.
um, there's another raptor corpse mentioned, obviously. So yet again, raptor was mentioned again this week. So
Yep.
adding more things to that side of, and yet again, the raptor sort of lizard-like matriarch stomper could be like a bigger T-Rex type of thing stomping along,
Yeah.
so could be interesting.
hmm.
Uh,
So oil refinery.
yeah. T5
T5
manufacturing unit
manufacturing
crafted
unit.
audio. So that's mentioning the T5 category again,
Yeah.
which we assume are going to be based upon the fancy new, uranium and sulfur and I mean not sulfur. What's the other thing again?
Oil.
Cobalt, and all those kind of stuff.
Cobalt.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, yeah. Hazmat suit armor. Ooh, hazmat suit armor set. Interesting. I mean, hazmat suits are usually, in games more like just pieces of plastic, which gives you zero actual physical defense. And it's more like, yes, radiation not kill you, go, instantly. So extreme high rads resist, but usually you're squishy when you wear them. So it's, very situational. And this one, okay, unless they're just they're classifying it as an armor, but it's not really armor. Okay, that also makes sense.
It has
So
an
it's just
entry in
hazmat.
the armor table.
Well, it would be, yeah, because it's a suit. So, but it's not
Yeah.
actually going to be like, with plates or anything like that. Because
I
yet
don't know.
again, you can have like power armor, which
Or are we
has
gonna get
radiation resistance, which would be armor. I wouldn't classify a hazmat suit as an actual armor set, but that's why I mentioned it. But yeah, in this case, they could have categorized it as armor because you physically wear it. So yeah,
or are we gonna get an armor set with a radiation resistance?
that's also
Sorry,
true.
say that first bit again, Carney. You broke up a bit.
Or are we gonna get an armor set with radiation resistance?
Could also be. The one
Yeah.
obviously is not going to be as strong as a hazmat suit, like I mentioned, but you would have
I
also
mean,
the one of the
look
couple of
here.
lines down. You've got protection module icons, so
Yeah.
you could also fit out existing sets with like lead linings, which increases your rad resist a little bit, which means you don't die instantly or take as much exposure or need to use the rad aways or the rad X's type of as frequently. So it's yeah,
Yeah.
makes
The
sense.
hopping creature.
Ooh, where I saw that there's a slinker flinch and death audio events setup.
Slinkers have been mentioned before as well, yeah, as a new animal in Elysium.
Okay.
It
Hopping
material
creature. Yeah,
textures for a swarm variant of the hopping creature.
yeah. Hopping creature could be a rabbit. You know, I'm saying that's.
Or like we have the swamp road and you have the volcanic variant.
Yep. So there could obviously be this new version of it.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of
A
map
lot of
changes.
stuff on Elysium, but Mo is making a return.
Ooh, well, that's nice. Mo was also one of the OG, you know,
Yeah.
storyline sort of characters. So it'll be good
The
to see her that she comes back.
Yeah, she is being mentioned in the last storyline mission before Null Sector
Oh, okay.
as well. So Mo, Theo, Victor, Iris, different colors. They spawn at Eden and can be talked to, like Captain Crunch, maybe.
Could be up.
So, yeah, I saw this. I was like, hey, Mo is still there, still surviving. Good.
Yep.
Hmm.
Again, new module to workshop for radiation protection. Reaver implementation. Have we heard about the Reaver before?
Think so.
Don't know. We know
Could maybe be the key name for the raptor. Who knows?
true, true.
Because saying something's a raptor doesn't really mean something. They'll probably give it a name. So, but yet again, there's many variants. Like Stomper could be the raptor. Who knows?
Yeah, but could be a rabbit as well.
A reaver could be, but it could be. I don't know.
Goofy. We're gonna be able to tame a chew, or is
I
it
think
like
I don't know what a shoe
the
is, but
deer, the baby deer?
yeah.
Where it's yes, it's a juvenile, but no, you cannot tame it.
Well, actually, a couple of lines down, there was something about the tundra deer or something. So it's like adding a tundra deer idle in audios and
Yeah,
adding to
new deer
subtitle
variant.
layers.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool if you could have like a white tamed deer or something like that as a mount. That would be pretty sick with like horns and stuff. That would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Um, Another mention of the Reaver.
Oh, added the art assets for the giant roach teacher.
Well, you've got radiation, so if you have a radiation world, you've got mutated bugs, so that's
Yep.
just normal. So yes, rad roaches exist. So yep, check. Um,
Okay.
Homestead lamps and small brick chimneys, some more deco stuff.
The homestead
Raptor
weapon
refined
rack. I think this is
perspectives.
going to be like a furniture type furniture set, like the Art Deco or the Brutalist or the Industrial. We're also going to get
Mm-hmm.
homestead.
Yeah. So they added,
uh,
you know what actually be interesting? So there's added custom LODs for the Stomper and Stomper Matrock, as well as the carcass and bones meshes, and reduced subsurface scattering on the feather materials.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but some time ago, people had this crazy theory that Tyrannosaurus Rex was actually like a feathered creature of some sort, kind of thing. So you never know. It'll actually be quite funny if the raptor has, because some raptors they theorize had like feathers or plumage of some sort as well. So it's
Archaeopteryx had scales, feathers, and beak.
yeah, exactly. So it'll be quite interesting if they sort of just go down that route, and which also makes sense because they would want them to be like quick, like nippy kind of things that sort of go. So it'll be actually pretty
Mm-hmm.
terrifying, but yeah, that makes sense. So now imagine again, this is coupling it to the Stomper and the Stomper Matrock being then, like I said, being like a two-legged thing with little feathers and raptor-like, I would imagine. So
It's an alien world, so they can
yeah,
basically do
correct.
whatever they want with it. Say
True, true. But it sounds like they're leaning towards not absolutely, out there blobs of random imagination or floating whales through the sky and hydrogen clouds or something. No, it's like, a little bit
that
grounded.
one image which we saw, which we were thinking was orca. Um, there is nothing really like it on Earth.
True. Yeah, of course. Like I said, but remember, not everything is. I mean, like we don't have the viscid or anything like that in planet Earth. So yes, there are the things, but we do have a buffalo, and we do have, there's going to be like a hybrid mix between, introduced species and, possibly the original,
Yeah,
organic creatures,
but
and there's going to obviously be some,
yeah,
you know, give
but
and take and overlapping. But yeah.
they said Olympus and Styx is basically Earth-like. So Earth-like creatures, etc. Terraforming has done the most there. And now New Frontiers, i.e. Prometheus. It was less terraformed, so more alien. And the next DLC, which is going to be Elysium, which is called Dangerous Horizons. Yeah, Dangerous Horizons. So Elysium map is going to be even more alien, so even less terraformed.
Yes, so it should be basically all alien.
Yeah, mostly alien. Maybe still a little bit Earth-like ish. But you see in Prometheus already, like they introduced quite different biomes than Earth and animals as well. Talk about the drugs, the flyers, the deathwings, etc. Stalkers, snow stalkers,
Needlers.
needlers. So
Yeah, but
a lot
the
more alien stuff.
biomes are still Earth based. Because
And
Yeah.
we've got ice biomes, we've got volcanic
true,
biomes, we've
true.
got desert biomes.
But what else can you do then, except for like poisonous gas?
Not really much else. I mean,
Exactly.
you can take a look at the stars, and that could, but usually planets just kill you, and if it's
If
uninhabitable.
yeah,
And
but if
our
you look at the
sense of habitable
plants,
is X, Y, Z.
if you look at the plants in the volcanic biome, bulbous palms, etc., the orange grass, all this stuff, eh, semi-alien, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, um, I think this is about is about it for the patch notes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of interesting stuff in the future content as usual. Now, unfortunate again, no gameplay. Because I can't play the game on this laptop here. So gameplay will have to wait till I'm back from vacation, which is gonna be what, 2 weeks from now. So,
Yeah.
and then my audio will be better again as well. No worries. Right. Uh, yeah, that's basically it for the patch notes. So, Carl Echo, thanks for joining.
You're welcome.
Indeed. Pleasure.
And I'll
No
do
visitors to chat today, so unless they're lurking and we don't know about it.
that is also a possibility, obviously. Again, I don't have like all the screens and everything here, so I can't really say much about it.
Yeah, well, I'll rephrase that. There were no comments in chat.
Ah, okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Anyway, I'm quickly gonna do the stream outro and I'll be back in a sec.
No problems.
So yeah, like I said, these were the patch notes for this week. No gameplay afterwards. We will be back next week, same time for the next patch notes. So I hope you folks enjoyed watching us going through the patch notes. If you did enjoy and you want to get notified next time I stream, feel free to hit that follow button. Or if you watch this on YouTube and you want to get notified next time I upload something, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. And I hope I will see you folks around.